some people had a few problems with, so I wanted to solve that one for you so you had the answer and knew how to do it. So the question is, if you have 50 total individuals and you have 30 are homozygous dominant, 10 heterozygous, and 10 homozygous recessive, how many total, so the frequency of each allele in the total gene pool, so all of those alleles together. So I wrote them down here. So basically the way you solve that is it's just asking how many of each of these alleles, so each letter, are present in the total. So like the first one, we'll say if you have 30 individuals and they got one of these from each parent, right? And they have one big B copy, one big B copy. So they would have a total of 60 if you were to count up all of those alleles present. So 60 total big B present. These individuals that are heterozygous, there are 10 of them. They each have a copy of each allele from each parent. So there are 10 with big B and 10 with little b. And then last group, they both just have a little b from each parent. So it would be 20 total little b. Then you just add them up. So how many total big B's are present, or dominant copies of the allele? It would be 70. And how many total little b's? It's 30. We'll just label them here. And then how many alleles total are present? Are 70 plus 30 is 100. And you can pretty easily see that the percentage there is going to be 70% big B and 30% little b. Okay, so what does that tell us? It basically just that if you were to take a random sample, or however you were to look at the gene pool, of that gene pool, 70% would be big B and 30% would be little b. And we'll look at more as we go forward, some other uses of that when we're talking about populations and equilibrium. But just so you know, that was the answer, and that's how you get there. And then also, let's just give you a heads up for what we're doing tomorrow. So we'll be looking at examples of speciation. So back to what we were talking about, how with disruptive selection it can result in 2 different species. So we'll be looking at a little more detail of how that happens. And for your discussion tomorrow, you'll be sharing an example of that going on. So how a species could occur, and there's a reading about some examples, and you can find them pretty easily. So that's what's coming up. Hopefully that will help you guys out, and good luck and have a good rest of your week.